Hey guys, what is up? It is Lucid Pride coming at you with a review about the alpha test for Cold War. The few things that I noticed, pretty good, some bad, some good. There was a few things that really stuck out to me.
Ooh,
we'll see map. That here.
Good map
one of them is in this first portion.
What
next one is in
sniper?
the second half. Pretty good. I had fun playing it, but there we go. Going right into it. First thing is that the LMGs in here have no recoil whatsoever. You are actually able to hit into sniper territory with an LMG. Anybody who has ever shot an LMG, this doesn't happen. Now, this LMG is a 5.56 round.
Come back to saying protect me.
Not huge on the recoil.
I got attack you.
It's actually got a
same.
I don't know. I'd say
I'll send mine as well.
For those of you who hunt, shoot some other things, it's about shooting like a 243 or so.
Or one at a time.
Not that much recoil, but enough to where it would make your scope bounce. Especially if you're going to use it with an LMG. Point 2, the reload on the LMG, way too fast. If you ever actually try to reload an LMG, it is not that quick. It takes a second, especially if you don't get your first one fed in there right. And if you try to do it too fast and you mess it up, you got a jam. That ain't no fun either. So, two major points off the bat. Need some recoil pattern there with the LMGs, and point number 2, reload speed needs to be a bit a bit slower. Sorry, it's a bit too fast. As you can see there again, pretty easy to take him out. It is just way too fast. Now, mind you, I think everybody was level 32. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we had about half of everything that was unlocked already. So it kind of has me worried that there's going to be even more that will just cause these things to be lasers. It's ridiculous. Now the fire rate's good on it. They got that pretty spot on. But everything else, I'd say it needs to be hit with a pretty good nerf.
My hero's coming in now.
Heck yeah, bro.
Alright. Coming into the map itself, I really like the way that they have this map set up. You got Charlie to your right, you have the cave system. To your left, you have the dunes. Bravo, you got both ways with the cave systems behind you. You can get a pretty good vantage point. You get Alpha,
so one shot.
You got it to your left. You got the cave system to your left. Then you have the dunes to your right. Once you're out there in the dunes, pretty good sniper range. You get some pretty good lanes going on there as well. But the biggest thing that I really like that they really did a good job implementing is that the heat waves out there actually blur your target once you get out there into the sniper distance. I'm not sure if this video shows it very well or not, but they did that just on point. You can see a little bit of flames here and there, kind of like there. I like the way that they animated that. I think they did a really good job on it. I'm just on the PlayStation 4. I could only imagine what it looks like on the PC.
You gotta give it a minute.
I like using the LMG, but I think that in the upcoming beta, I'm hoping that they change just a little bit of that.
Shit, here, come here, hurry up.
Alright, skipping over to the Miami map. I really believe that they did a great job on this map as well. You have your close quarters combat areas, and you also have your sniper lanes basically on the opposite sides of the map. So if you're doing domination or anything of that where you're capturing your points, you really need to be able to transition yourself from one area to the next, because it is a huge difference. I believe that this map would be one of those to where overkill would really be a lifesaver. I actually wound up using it. I forget what it's called on this one though. It's the Lawbreaker card, I think they call it on this. Now there is quite a bit of skipping around in this video because there's a lot of running around. This is one of my first times actually playing this map, so I'm trying to just run around and get used to it. I didn't see anybody for the vast majority of the match. I'm not huge on camping, but this is where one of those next points really come in. I'm not a huge fan of the snipers. Now, mind you, I think I get like a 15 or 16 kill streak just with a sniper alone. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like it. When you go to aim down your scope, it teleports up to your face. Anybody who has ever shot, a decent size rifle, you know it. You don't teleport the scope up to your face. You can try to bring the scope up to your face as fast as you can and shoot at a target at about 50, 60 yards away. It's not going to work that well for you. Now, of course, if you want to practice, and do things of the sort and, do it for competition, that's different. But that's on a whole different level. I'm talking about regular people grabbing a rifle, aiming down the sight, and taking a shot. You're not going to get this. That's one thing I did like about Modern Warfare, where they really slowed down the ADS time for the snipers. So on here, I believe you're going to wind up getting to the point of where people are going to start running and gunning with snipers again. I hated that before. I hate it now. You get to, unless you're in hardcore, but you're not really going to run into that on hardcore. If you're going to play core like this, snipers, you run around a corner, do a double tap real quick, they have you. As long as they're aiming about center mass, they're going to have you every time. Only way that you're going to be able to get them is if you knife them. On here, I'm not a huge fan of camping. After I figured out how they were playing, I figured that this would be my best option, especially not knowing the map very well. I was trying to keep my KD up as well as I could, but it was just one of those things to where it was fun while I was doing it, but hindsight being 2020, I don't really expect it being that well in the game itself. Another thing I do like going from point to point is the sound. The sound is really good. I like how it's muffled in the distance. It flows really well. The running, however, I'm not fully sure on what it is, but it feels kind of clunky. I'm not sure what they could do if they're going to wind up doing anything about that. It is an alpha, so they do have a little bit that they could do. But for being an alpha, I'd say 8 out of 10. It was actually a lot of fun. I'm not sure how the servers worked. I wound up playing pretty much just on this map and maybe one or two others. But it was mainly just domination. Didn't really get to try out the other game modes that much. It was just constantly domination. I was kind of hoping to get to experience other game modes just a little bit on these maps just to see how they worked. But in my opinion, I think the maps are great. I think they're really versatile, especially depending on what you want to run. I didn't really get to run any shotties or anything like that. I did love the Raffica. I wasn't quite sure with this one if the missiles would come through the center skylight there. I know on some maps before they would, some they wouldn't. So I'm not sure if they're going to actually make that a thing later on or not. Because pretty much no matter what, they couldn't get to me unless they actually came into the building. I think I was targeted maybe twice by the artillery fire, and then I think I had a helicopter above me, and they still couldn't get me. That you could tell they started getting pissed off. Don't blame them. This building alone is an awesome building because there's only a couple of real entrance ways, and as long as you have that stairway guarded, you're fine. A couple of claymores, C4, stuff like that. Stick that over there, you'll be fine. Right there to the right side of that window, right out there, is actually one of the other ways to get up. So that's one of those things you'll have to pay attention to. Here, I do like how they did the artillery strikes. I like the old style radio too. Ooh, just had some hot wings. Oh. So, while we're that was a good shot. Since we're in that little in-between period, I have to ask, who drinks coffee in the morning and who doesn't? Why or why not? Leave a comment down below. I gotta know if I'm weird or not. I know you do. I detonated that way too early. Should have reloaded there. That's what gets me killed. God. First death, and it was to a simple rookie mistake. Just not reloading. Alright guys, thank you for watching. That was my honest opinion about the game. Don't hate me. Check out my links down below. Gonna have some stuff popping up here in the near future. Have fun. Stay sweaty.